Here's the tail of the tape for Grand Finals of ESL Cup Americas number 78. It will be Hitman versus iNSUPERABLE. It'll be Undead against ORC. The first map will be Amazonia. Hitman going for some amount of cups in a row. I think it's like 14 or 15 now. We'll see if iNSUP's the one to dethrone him. That would be pretty hype. But this will be a best of 5 winner. This will get 100 USD and 10 EPT points. Loser will get 5 EPT points. Let's see what happens going into map 1. Here we go. Here's iNSUPERABLE from Canada in the upper right. From the US of A in the bottom left, we do have Hitman. Yeah, all of BC is pretty nice from my experience here. But of course, it's home, so pretty biased. Damn, those predictions are crazy. Okay. So Ted Fiends from iNSUP. Oh wait, my apologies. Oh yeah, he did go Ted Fiends. So not go for the Ghoul opener like he did against Raven. So of course you need to lock in those surrounds to make it worthwhile, as I said. And iNSUP maybe respecting Hitman enough to know he's not going to get any of those surrounds in the early game. Hitman, of course, going for the Farseer Hunters. And I said we're going to keep an eye on what the differences between Hitman and Raven are. Let's see what adjustments that Raven could have made would be. One thing he'll definitely do differently is I expect to see Hitman going for a very early tier 3 tech. Another thing I expect to see Hitman go for is extra peons on lumber. 9 peons on lumber, in fact, including the scout peon. This would be number 9. Couple of adjustments. And another adjustment, I would expect to see an immediate tiny Great Hall at tier 3 from Hitman. So we'll see if those 3 things change the course of the series. From iNSUP, I'd expect to see the Dark Ranger second yet again. We'll see what his opening creep route is, though. So a couple of different creep routes you can do with Ted Fiends on this map. Well, this is very PogChamp in Victoria right now. It totally is, man. I haven't even been able to get outside recently. Been barely leaving my house, but it's definitely been nice. It's definitely been nice. Peon going to deny the lightning shield creep. Talking about my forehead or the tail of the tape forehead? Because I've been told I have a big forehead, but I don't know if you're talking about the tail of the tape or not. Alright. iNSUP going to find the Slippers of Agility. And tier 2 tech will be underway for both players pretty soon. iNSUP going to be a little bit ahead in the tech regard. First Skeleton going to go. First 12 experience going to go the way of Hitman. Next creep will go to Hitman. 20 experience. A piece, eh? 20 experience. Level 1 creeps. I always forget what level 1 creeps give. 20 experience. 12 plus 12 plus 20 plus 4 is 64. And iNSUP going to chase the headhunters like he did with Raven, but preemptive runaway from Hitman going to disallow that from happening. The Acolyte maybe could go for a little bit of a block, but iNSUP not quite aware of the Acolyte. Now he is. Hey, Freddy. Freddy PX5 with the Prime for 4 months. Thank you so much, Freddy. What's up? Or Fredip. Fred Dip X5. Not Freddy. Fred Dip X5. Deny on the skeleton. As I said, tier 2 tech underway. The Fiend should be out. Yeah, okay, there it is. And Hitman keeping his head under is very safe and cozy next to the Farseer throughout the game. Yeah, wildfires aren't very close to me. They're in a much different region from where I am. Alright, Cobalt's going to be attempted, but iNSUP has plenty of coils to go for steals. As I say, big hat, big brain, exactly. And Hitman aware that iNSUP could just coil last hit these, so he's not going to get it within that threshold. Just going to threaten that he's going to creep it to force iNSUP to engage and take damage and use coils. Defensively use coils. That's all Hitman's going for. He knows he's not going to get this when INSUP's lurking around. But he's just looking for little bits of damage. Little bits of damage. Oh, surround potential. But INSUP well aware. Oh, still risky, though. Oh, that's a huge surround from Hitman. Can INSUP fight his way out? Dark Ranger picked up. This could be 2 headhunters going down. Summon on the... Resummon on the Wolves, but he locks the surround in either way. This will be 2 headhunters for 1 Fiend, though, so an even trade. An even trade. But another surround. Not quite, but now another surround. 2 Fiends going to go down, but a 3rd headhunter going to fall. Oh, but INSUP fights his way out. Uses his second to last coil. High-level micro from both these players, but at the end of the day, it's pretty even.
The players' forces are under attack.
Pretty even. I would give a slight edge to the ORC for 2 headhunters versus 1 Fiend. And gonna get that, gonna get the Chain Lightning. 1 more headhunter, probably gonna fall though. And INSUP will be ahead now. But a 3rd Fiend, or a 2nd Fiend rather, could die to a Chain Lightning. INSUP trying to block because he knows the Chain Lightning is underway. Wolves get unsummoned. That Fiend going to be safe for now. This headhunter not going to be so lucky. That's going to be a 4th headhunter going down. INSUP definitely pulling ahead in these trades now, though. And remember, this is how many he killed versus Raven in the early game as well, so. And Shadowhunter 2nd for Hitman. That's different. Hex now. Dark Ranger trying to be surrounded. There is a coil to save him for now, but there's, what, 1 more Hex after this. Maybe TP's gonna have to be passed. Will be passed. 1 more Headhunter gonna go down before... Oh, nice Hex! Actually saves that Headhunter. Holy Jesus Weezes. Alright. INSUP's still in a good spot, though. A nice TP. He saved this low HP Fiend. He's only lost 1 Fiend throughout the entire game, so... A Shadowhunter 2nd. That's new. That's new for me. But tier 3 tech right away. Raiders before Kodos. Gloves of Haste will help out that Dark Ranger. As Hitman steals away 1 camp.
Players' forces are under attack.
INSUP a lot of skellies now. They could definitely win a fight if they were to get into it, but no level 3 Death Knight yet, and no mana for coils, so the Hex would equal a kill on a Fiend. So INSUP's going to wisely not engage right now, going to allow Hitman to take a couple more camps. Tier 3 now finished. Berserker upgrade on the way. INSUP also done tier 3. Lich on the way. The Torn Chieftain will be built now.
Players' forces are under attack.
So just relatively standard, just with the Farseer first. And no grunts. Surround on the Rock Golem. We'll see if a greater mana's dropped. That's what INSUP's looking for, of course. Especially being so low on mana currently. And water mana ceiling is actually not that bad. Creep Jack is coming in and snare on the statue. Berserker finish.
A player's forces are under attack.
I was talking on Grubby stream about not being a TC second anymore versus Undead. Interesting. I was hearing Grubby talk about that today as well. Maybe that's where Grubby got his influence from. And INSUP definitely ready to fight, but he just needs a couple of kills to get level 3 on the Death Knight. INSUP seems, yeah, pretty strong right now.
A player's forces
Torn
are
Chieftain
under
joins, though. Kodo gonna join as well. Is Battle Drums finished? It is not. The second attack upgrade's on the way as well. Destroyer morphed. Ready to ensnare the statue. Big stomp there from the Torn Chieftain. Ghouls are in the fray, even. One-header gonna fall. A lot of skeletons being built. The Destroyer coiled to save him. Big stomp on all the Fiends. There is a Chain Lightning. There's also a Kodo to devour one of the Fiends. Wolves summoned. The Destroyer not in position to get rid of those Wolves. Will actually go down to the Berserker Focus Fire. The Chain Lightning looking for another Fiend, but both players actually losing quite a bit. It seems like Hitman getting the upper hand, though. Gonna kill yet another Fiend. Kodo hasn't even eaten yet, either. Coil used. There is one more coil, thanks to that one miss. Then Kodo gets to eat. And Town Portal away for Hitman. Is he going to be able to kill the Destroyer? Is he going to be able to kill his Fiend before Town Portaling? And actually gets away, losing one Berserker, but killing one more Fiend, and Hitman ahead. Albeit slightly after that fight, I'd have to say.
Players' forces are under attack.
A Rook Dale with the 6 months. Rook Dial. Appreciate you. How's it going? Hitman going again. Getting clarities, going aggressive. He knows that INSUP doesn't have the luxury of having clarities or even a statue right now, so he knows he can heal up, get mana, and INSUP's not going to have the luxury of having that much mana. Hitman seems to be pressing forward for the W. He's going to ensnare the Destroyer out of position. One Fiend going to go down as well, most likely. There's no more coils. A couple of Berserkers fall, but again, Hitman gets the favorable trade. Ensnare not yet off cooldown, but will be used on the Destroyer once it is, most likely. There it is. Fiend gonna kill that Raider. This Kodo hungry yet again. Both players losing a lot, but Stomp gonna secure 2 more Fiends, assuming this Kodo gets away, and Hitman ends up with a couple of units where INSUP ends up with none. Clarity being used. We'll give Hitman another set of Wolves. Block. Gonna try to save this Berserker. Thought he was denying it, but instead he's killing the critter. There is a coil to get the kill, so no matter what, it looks like INSUP will get this Berserker. Just will he have to use the last of his mana to do so? Oh, he doesn't actually. Lets it live. Lets it live. Perhaps the wiser choice, not to be greedy with that kill. Gonna need it for this Fiend, most likely. It's gonna get ensnared. No burrow to dodge it, apparently. Chain Lightning gonna kill a Ghoul. A couple of Skeletons is pretty much all INSUP has left once this Kodo devours. The statue comes in. Raider falls to a Coil Nova, or to a Nova at least. One more Berserker falls. The Kodo out of position, actually. If this Fiend could come back, would help out INSUP tremendously, but now there is a Hex, so at any point a hero could be hexed and focused with this one Raider. So INSUP's got to run away. Level 4 in the Farseer. And Hitman pulling quite a bit ahead. Red Camp? Is that what he's looking at right now?
Forces are under attack.
There's so many creeps left over, actually. Did INSUP even get the item from there earlier? No, he didn't. So there's so many creeps. For both players, even, if both players are going to a creeping game. Lionhorn picked up. Excellent item for Hitman. We'll see what INSUP gets from his mercenary camp. He's going to need a good one. He's going to need True Shot, Lionhorn, Robe of the Magi. He's going to need something real nice here. Robe of the Magi might not even be good enough, but his Lich is looking a little bit bare. And Lich level 3 is also going to be a nice level up. Invuln purchased, Heal Scroll purchased. Kodo has finished devouring that Fiend a while ago, even. And Scourge Bone Chimes, that's not what's going to save you this game, unfortunately, if you're either player. But INSUP is definitely behind. Going for the red camp, I respect the risk he's taking here, but it's not going to pay off. No Town Portal, INSUP back against the wall. Raider going to find that Destroyer kill. Fiends stomped. Last coil used. Almost one more. There's also a mana pot. Focus fire on the Farseer, which is a great choice for INSUP. That's the best choice he has. Almost gets the kill. But maybe the Dark Ranger will fall. Nope, coil used defensively. Fiends falling one after the next. But again, the focus fire is attempted. Dark Ritual, but doesn't grant a Nova. And at the end of the day, INSUP's left with no units, just heroes. Happy did it in 2007, but I don't think INSUP's going to do it right now. And wouldn't be surprised to see Hitman just back up, creep his expo, get a tiny Great Hall, and solidify the victory, get further ahead than he already is. And INSUP's going to be forced into either doing something extremely greedy, like going for an expansion,
A player's forces are
or
under
just going for one last ditch all in. Big involve. That's going to help Hitman against one of the potential win conditions of INSUP, which would be focus fire on Farseer, then Shadowhunter, then TC. Is this a tiny Great Hall? No, not actually going for the tiny Great Hall. Surprising. Very surprising. Going for the red camp. INSUP aware of this, though. A nice creep jack could be good for INSUP, but I still don't think he can quite win a fight.
player's forces are
So I'm going to get one of these level 6 creeps. It's actually quite a bit of experience. Going to mean level 4. Level 2 aura is quite helpful. One fiend out of position. Couple of Novas now. Coil not even used because he knows he wouldn't be able to save it. If there was a kill on this Raider, that would mean level 3 Lich. There's the level 3 Lich. A lot of kills for INSUP. A lot of skeletons. Look how many skeletons there are all of a sudden. There is almost one more stomp. 3 mana off. There is plenty of coils. INSUP actually kind of doing pretty well in this fight, isn't he? One more fiend going to fall, but about 3 more units about to die for Hitman.
A player's forces are under attack.
Statue falls. Raiders going to look for more kills, and one fiend is all that's left. Seems like INSUP's getting a lot of kills, but Hitman always just has units left over, and it's 31 against 47. Coil Nova. Invuln going to be passed. Clarity used over top, so there's a heal wave to save that Shadowhunter at the end of the day. Mana Pot used for another coil for INSUP. Ensnare, though. Invuln used. The Shadowhunter is going to die. Now Big Invuln might be forced. Fiend eaten. There's a coil. There's a Nova! But Hitman uses the Nova, or uses the Invuln while the Nova animation's going off. And last coil, at least for this cooldown, used. Lich will fall. INSUP really trying to hold on, but there's going to be an Ensnare eventually on one of these heroes. It's going to be difficult for Hitman to find this hero kill, but he's definitely found the victory in game 1. Gold mines, 2,000 versus, of course, 2,000. And again, I'd say you could just tiny Great Hall if you want, Hitman. He's going to go for the red camp, prioritizing the creeps over the economic edge. This will be level 5 Farseer, though. Very close to level 5 Torn Chieftain. If he solo creeps it, at least. INSUP again going for the creep jack. Seems like we've been doing this all day. And the claws plus 12 will go to Hitman. Fiend out of position now. Level 3 Wolves are excellent, even if there's a Destroyer in the air. And this certainly is going to be the final nail in the coffin, for game 1 at least. Stomp. Now, GG is called, and that's 1-0 for Hitman. But a nice fighting chance there for INSUP at many points, and we got ourselves a series, it looks like, if INSUP keeps up this sort of a performance. Was able to get those 4 headers in the early game, I think even 5. Like, he had a good early game, he had some good fights at times, but Hitman just squeezes. Like I said, it seems like Hitman just always has more units, even if they're trading 1 for 1. Is it a macro thing? Is he losing less than I think? I don't know. But what I do know is we're going on to game 2, which is on a map which I don't know yet. Still don't know what it is. The difference between Ravengeraner and Hitman, both so clean. Exactly. Exactly. Some strategic differences, Raven, but, you know, mechanically, stylistically, confidence-wise, you could say they're the same player, essentially. Waiting on INSUP to join the game. And then we'll jump into game 2. You know what I'm excited for, guys? I'm excited for that New World game. I want to play that real bad. Real bad, actually. I can't get into the beta because I have no influence. But when it comes out, I'm going to play that. I'm going to play that for sure. It looks fun. It looks fun as heck. True. No, Foggy played great in that series, Smoke. He actually legitimately played very, very well in that series. Like, very impressed by his performance. So impressed that I think he might even beat Laliat tomorrow. He definitely could. Okay. So, INSUP versus Hitman Game 2. It will be on Last Refuge. We'll see if INSUP can equalize, or will he have to reverse sweep going into map 3. We will see. And here we go. Here's INSUP in the bottom left, going for the Fast Fiend build, the best build against the Farsighted Hunters on Last Refuge. And Hitman in the upper right. How funny would it be if Hitman just went Blade Master here? But of course, he doesn't have to go Blade Master to counter the Fast Fiends. He can just instead creep level 3 when he scouts it with his Peon Scout. That's going to be Hitman's counter to this build. Wait a second. Oh, is this... I don't think it's going to be a Blade Master. I think it's going to be a 1-grunt Headhunter. I think this is a meta counter to Fast Fiends. This is interesting, though. Let's see. It could be a Blade Master, but I think it's going to be just 1 grunt with Farseer. No way. Oh my god, it is a Blade Master. Alright, I should have gone with my gut instinct. It's going to be a Blade Master... knowing that INSUP's going to go for this Fast Fiend. This is a metagame from Hitman, and he gets the upper hand. Cool, we get to see Hitman Blade Master against INSUP. Nice. Sorry, you can't say the graphics word, Reset. Sorry, brother. Wait, if you pre-order it, you get the beta? Well, I'm pre-ordering right after this stream, then. Spare no expense. Guan Yu Linux with the Prime for 6 months. Thank you so much. How are you doing? Alright, Blade coming out. Of course, this will just be fast Fiends for INSUP. He's going to have 2 Fiends by the time this Death Knight is out. This is generally an excellent counter to Farseer Headhunters. It allows you to have that sort of early pressure to be able to actually creep to get that aura that's so important to chase down those headhunters once you hit tier 2. But Hitman just says, no, 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 no. Yeah, New World does seem like a difficult game to run, but I got a pretty good PC. And I have a very expensive graphics card.
A player's forces
Cost me a lot of
under
money
attack.
because graphics cards are very expensive currently. How cool would it have been if INSUP just went Criplord here, though? That would have been sick. And Hitman gonna take the item, buys Circlet from the shop, and gonna go for the Priest. Or he took the whole green camp, pardon me. He's gonna get level 2 off this Priest. Sentry Ward's pretty close to perfect drops for Hitman, except if he got a Claws there, that would have been better. And INSUP probably like, where was the Peon Scout? Because he would expect to see a Peon Scout if it was Farseer Headhunters. Ward. And INSUP might not actually coil this. Notice he doesn't have dust. He definitely does not expect a Blade Master. Mantle not stolen, though, and speed scroll away by Hitman. He'd speed scroll just so he had inventory space to get the mantle, but not able to get it. You know what? I'll pre-order Reset, knowing that the game looks good and that a lot of people like it.
Forces are under attack.
Okay, I pre-order it, knowing it's good. Alright, INSUP gonna get the shop, though. INSUP still gonna get level 3, as is Hitman. Close to, I suppose. And Hitman, we'll see what he's going for at tier 2. Probably good old standard Hitman. A Skelly would be level 3. Might as well just kill a Skelly. Because you never know if you're gonna get one of these trappers. Oh, he wants his Grunt to hit at the same time. He does get it. This is level 3. Grunt and Snare, though. This is gonna be a dead Grunt. But the coil has to be used defensively. Still gonna get the Grunt, though. Hey, Wavy Davy won with the Prime for 4 months. With the Hitman sub as well, apparently. Appreciate you, Wavy Davy. How's it going? INSUP pulling slightly ahead here, but he doesn't get level 3. And Hitman gonna continue the pressure. And Shadowhunter out, tier 3 tech, just good old standards, you know, Blade Master from Hitman, what we expected to see. INSUP going to continue to creep with the amount of fiends that he has, with his tier 2 tech, of course, is quite delayed, so his tier 3 only now underway. Ooh, Hitman. It's a pretty standard timing. If you power creep Blade level 3 against Head Fiends normally, you can go into the Undead's base and actually cancel their Slaughterhouse, but Hitman not going for that, instead just going to get the last hit, but the claws go to INSUP. Old now, I never get excited for games anymore. I don't too often either, to be fair. Last one probably would have been like Valorant, Valorant was real fun. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that.
A player's forces are under attack.
In the meanwhile, Hitman just creeping up a storm, and the Blade Master really pressuring the Death Knight of INSUP, keeping it on level 2 for such a long time. Wait until New World Reforged comes out. INSUP has great items for his Lich once his Lich is finally here, and it will be in about 20 seconds. So INSUP, he could definitely lose a Fiend here.
Player's forces are under attack.
I don't think Hitman has to be as scared as he is right now. I think he could go in for a Fiend. Exclamation point grid. Okay, little buddy, calm down. Okay, and so I'm finally gonna find his level 3 thanks to the second shop. What was actually dropped from the first shop, by the way? It must have been sold, whatever it was, right? And so I forgot his Zig? Oh, is that what happened? Okay, I missed that. That's why the Lich was so late. But the Lich will still be greeted with very good items. And maybe even an invuln pot. Or a greater mana. Scroll the Beast. Not too bad if used early. But the tier 3 is done for Hitman. I wonder how comfortable Hitman is playing this Blade Standard against Undead because it's been so long. By the way, Flute of Accuracy. Gonna be good later on, but not good right now. Kind of the inverse of what the Scroll the Beast is for INSUP. Now tier 3. No orb, though, right? Yeah, no orb quite yet. INSUP going for a big, greedy camp in hopes that maybe he gets it. Even if he has to town portal away, he still has to go back home to get his orb. So I think this is a great play from INSUP. Even if he got creep jacked, he would still get this big guy. gets claws plus 12. This Lich could carry. And see, he's going to get creepjacked, but he just TP's out right away. And now he can get his orb. And he can run straight to the next red camp. I love that play from iNSUP. I think it was an excellent play. A little bit short on gold for the TP, which he definitely needs. But yeah, he could run to the next red camp right away. Wouldn't be surprised to see Hitman just windwalk there right now. Cyberpunk perma-damaged me. I know Hitman himself was extremely excited for Cyberpunk. I don't even know if he ended up playing it. He ends up not going for the next red camp. That would have been maybe an ambitious play. Dark Ranger out thanks to the skeleton.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, see, Hitman thought that's what was happening, but now he sees where the Dark Ranger's gonna go. iNSUP gets an onk here. This Fiend. A little bit risky, but we'll be safe for now. Hitman still continues to creep. Gets a ring from the expansion. And now iNSUP's gonna go for the next red camp. And I don't think there's much Hitman can do to stop this entirely. He can maybe make iNSUP pay. Oh, Coil will save that Fiend. He can make iNSUP pay, but there's much he can do to stop it entirely. Coil, Nova, Blade, taking some damage. Gonna have to drop that dust or use the invuln to steal the item if that's even something Hitman's gonna go for. Hitman gets Sobi Mask from the Merc camp of iNSUP. But double red camps. Imagine if he gets another claws. He gets another claws! No way! This Lich is insane! Oh my god, look at this Lich. Alright. A big shot for iNSUP with these sorts of items. Now, I think Hitman's gonna have to go for hero focus on this Lich. iNSUP might have to give up, say, the mantle. Give the mantle to, like, the DK to get an invuln on the Lich, because the Lich is going to be his carry this game. Oh my god. Claws. The Blade Master's pretty scary too, let's be fair, but double claws plus 12? Get out of here. Scroll the Beast, is it still there? This is gonna be like a plus, like, 45 Lich with Scroll the Beast. Potential for a creep jack now. Kodo's even low, and there's no actual salves. Torn Totem now coming in for the late game walkers. Hitman gonna be forced to fight here.
Player's forces are under attack.
Parry up to Vitality. Berserker caught out of position. Hitman
Town is under siege.
gonna have to fight his way out, and iNSUP definitely looking for a fight right now. Scroll the Beast could be used. Okay, what is it? Plus 41 on the Lich. iNSUP with a real good shot here. Stomp used. Hex kills one Fiend. Kodo still has to eat. Will eat one, but is he going to be able to get away? The Shadow Hunter nuked and goes down. Two Fiends have now fallen. The Kodo is actually going to get out. But the big Shadow Hunter kill from iNSUP. Hitman will eventually fight his way out, but not without heavy, heavy losses. Invuln used, but Coil used as well. Hitman going to win walk away. iNSUP in a very good position to take game 2. Berserker rallied in, a little bit flustered, seems to be Hitman. Oh,
Player's forces
will be
are under
killed.
attack.
Insane Lich. And it did pass the mantle over to give the invuln, the smart choice. Not the funnest choice from iNSUP, but the smarter choice. And Hitman just going to try to hold on. He's got reinforced defenses. And he's going to be able to do this all day, but how many losses is he going to take? The Kodo dies, the Fiend comes back, the Berserker's going to die as well. A statue will die. No dust for these Fiends, though. If he had dust, it'd be pretty good. Shadow Hunter back from the tavern. Man, Hitman's so good in these situations, man. Gets 2 kills. And like I said, if he had dust here, he would have killed both of those Fiends, most likely. Oh, another Fiend. Is there dust, though? Yeah, there is dust. The Blade Master nuked. The silence hits, but a little bit too late. This Fiend, is there a coil? There's actually not a coil. That means a statue and 2 Fiends have fallen. Another statue, a little bit out of position, but it's being used to block. Despite the losses, though, iNSUP's still in a great commanding position. Gonna pull ahead in hero levels as well. Man, Mana Stone, that's good, but I think Health Stone would be what Hitman wants right now, as heroes are a bit exposed. But Mana Stone, overall, the best item. Oh, an INSUP. Does he have web, by the way? He doesn't have web, so a Zeppelin could be used to get out of here. But Hitman, of course, isn't aware of that. He might have to risk it, though. One Fiend falls. Oh my god, the Blade. The Blade is as strong as a Lich. Spirit Link is really good. Zeppelin is purchased. Web could be researched. I think INSUP researching web as soon as he got this Creepjack would have been good. Now Hitman knows there's no web. He goes for the focus fire. There's no coil. Invuln Force Ankh could be passed. Hitman's winning this fight. He's got to keep the Kodo down because you don't get aura if the Kodo's down. The Zeppelin micro from Hitman styling on INSUP. There's no TP. There's only an Ankh. You can't save both heroes, and the Dark Ranger's going to pay the price, as it seems. Oh my god. The Zeppelin micro from Hitman. Is he going to save the Kodo? He doesn't save the Kodo. Web not researched, though. Oh my god. And GG is called. Holy hell. Hitman brings it back after a close to game losing fight. Man. Like I said, maybe researching web as soon as he creepjacked Hitman at that lab, knowing that that was the only way for Hitman to maybe get out of there. But, I mean, Hitman still played that fight pretty well, even without the Zeppelin. But the web only takes 30 seconds, so it would have been completed by the time Hitman bought that Zeppelin. But, it is what it is. Hitman up 2-0. And going into map 3, we'll see if... I mean, iNSUP's playing very well. These games are pretty close. Both of them. Hitman apparently the one saying sack. Okay, iNSUP says BRB. Yeah, that was pretty nuts, right, guys? That was pretty nuts. Hitman and Zeppelin's at this upper lab. I mean, he's done it before. He did it before in this cup. Yeah, man, this guy's a good player. And, you know, generally speaking, in these sort of Blade against standard, like, DK Undead, if you don't lose heroes, and you lose a lot of units, you can still come back the way that Hitman did. You can run around, buy time, speed scroll, you have reinforced burrows, you can kill stuff with Orb and Dust of Appearance on your Blade. If you don't lose your heroes, you can do that. If you just lose units, and say you don't trade favorably, you lose all your units, you just have heroes left, you can come back, but losing the Shadowhunter as well generally means that's the nail in the coffin in this sort of a matchup. Like, that losing the Shadowhunter was a very, very big deal for Hitman. But still, he comes back in the same way. Just Tavern revives the Shadowhunter. Kills 3-4 units. Well, comes back. But, I mean, iNSUP, I mean, he's playing real well, iNSUP. Just Hitman seems to be... just has this will to win. Northern Isles will be map 3. Are there any predictions? Yeah, the predictions were, well, obviously at the start of the series, because I'm the one doing them, so I can't do them every map. Alright. One player's ready, waiting for iNSUP to come back. Yeah, like the Blade was really strong. The Lich was insane, right? The Lich had perfect items, close to. But the Blade was also really strong, right? So. Yeah, Banshee's needed for sure, I would say, for iNSUP that game. But we'll see if he can take map 3, or will Hitman get another 3-0. Definitely not INSUP playing bad that's gotten him to this point. It's just been Hitman playing out of his mind. So we'll see what happens on Northern Isles. Here we go. INSUP in the bottom left, and the upper right here's Hitman. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to see Blade Master in map 3. We're probably going to see Hitman go back to the Farseer Headhunters. But this could be something for the future for INSUP. He could maybe, on Last Refuge in the future, there'll probably be some metagame. Is INSUP going to go Crypt Lord? Is Hitman going to go Blade? Obviously, you want Crypt Lord against Blade. You want Death Knight against Farseer. So there'll be some metagames in the future, definitely on Last Refuge. But on Northern Isles, there's no chance for a metagame. Oh. Is he just go playing Blade? Is he just saying, I know you're not going to play Crypt Lord? I know you're not going to do it. Is that what Hitman's saying right now? I know it. I know it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I saw it. Yeah, he's just saying you're not going to play Crypt Lord. And then maybe the next series, INSUP goes, okay, I'll play Crypt Lord. And then Hitman just goes back to Farseer. My God. He's just going Blade Master. And this is the tricky part about this matchup. Blade Master 2 Burrow Tech. Every time I see Hitman, he does something new that I don't understand. Every time. This guy always changes his strats up. He changes more than anyone. Alright, let's see. Let's see how this goes. INSUP going to be able to scout the build. Oh. Ooh. This is going to be a very fast level 3 creep, I guess. He might go for this whole camp, then this, and then go for the Tuskars. I wonder if he goes for the Tuskars right away. I'm very interested. Of course, INSUP going for standard, reliable. Ted Fiend's going to creep the green camp first, try to get level 2. INSUP has taken a map, I believe. A map off of Hitman.
The player's forces are under attack.
MS difference. The ping is very, very even. Swag. And INSUP has the advantage right now, ping-wise, on this game. How's that ghoul chopping that fast? That's a good question. You can right-click on the tree and then also attack the tree. So you can harvest lumber and also attack the tree, which doesn't give you lumber. You can do both at the same time, and you essentially do a double attack on the tree, which is a good way to chop down a trick. A trick? It's a good trick to chop down a tree quicker. God, that's tough to say. So you attack, right-click, attack, right-click, attack, right-click, and you harvest double the speed. Because, of course, you need to knock down a tree to be able to fit, like, your shop. You need to kill this tree to fit your shop. But what the hell is he doing? Okay, so Hitman going to creep level 2. He's going to get items from his shop, and he's going to go down to the Scorpions.
A player's forces are under
All right,
attack.
this is new. This is something I've not seen. Of course, INSUP playing pure standard. Nothing wrong with it at all, but this is very new from Hitman. And no way INSUP will know about this. Now, this is going to be interesting. So, Hitman's going to creep level 3, and then I would be surprised to see him not go to INSUP's base to try to find a Slaughterhouse cancel. He's going to go for the Expo. Check out this timing. Hitman's going to do. INSUP might be aware of it. INSUP's also going to get level 3, and he's got some decent items so far. Needs to go back and get another rod to be able to creep the Tuskar. Both players are going to be level 3, though. See what items Hitman gets. Ring of Regeneration. Gonna have to use that ward here, probably. Or the Speed Scroll, maybe. I'm not sure. A 4th grunt for Hitman as well. There's the Speed Scroll. INSUP, we'll see what consumable he gets. No way. Okay, yeah, there is no way. Scroll the Beast. Not really what INSUP's looking for. And again, a level 3 Blade on top. Oh, the Death Knight runs away. This is going to be a dead Fiend. Oh no, that's a disaster for INSUP. He went away
Players' forces are
to
under
try to
attack.
scout because he already had level 3, but Hitman right on top of it. And tier 3 tech just into pure standard for Hitman out of this. Just a very fast level 3 creep route. Not the greatest items for either player. But there's a marketplace on Northern Isles. Oh. Sorry, Hailua. One sec, let me unban Hailua. Grunts are found by the Death Knight. Blade Master lurking around. Slaughterhouse now coming up. The Hitman gonna try to find some creeping. INSUP gonna maybe look to be aggressive on the level 1 Shadowhunter, which is generally a pretty good play. No orb for a little while for Hitman. It's actually going to be quite a while for both players. But there's just no creeps left for INSUP. No expansion, no scorpions. Is that the whole point of this? There's just no creeps left. What do you have? You have to creep one of these 3 camps. Or you're going to Hitman's side of the map. Is that the whole idea with this strat? And the level 3 Blade is just lurking the entire time. And INSUP has to take massive risks to be able to creep anything. Look at the way the map has been drawn out. Because of these early creep routes. There's just nothing left for INSUP to take. Super sick. Super sick, and, you know, of course, Hitman has almost every creep camp on his side of the map except for the 2 initial creeps from the Blade Master.
Players' forces are under attack.
Coil will be used, but the item probably up for grabs. And INSUP will have the faster fingers, gonna get the crystal ball. What does he reveal? He does reveal the lab. Being taking a little bit of damage, but it will get away. Hitman just going to be happy to creep the rest of it. Skeleton going to find the greedy creeping of Hitman. And he's going to go for the creep jack. Again, INSUP's looking to be aggressive, so he's going to find it. He actually went Nova first as well. More work all right with the 33 months. What's up, dude? Good to see ya. Good to see ya, good to see ya. Alright, tier 3 is done. Hitman a little bit low on gold. Of course, he invested into 4 grunts, a later tech, more salves, stuff like that, so understandable. It's a bit late. INSUP going to need to go back for his orb, which is why he's doing a similar thing he did last game on the red camp. He's going for a very greedy camp and knowing he might have to town portal away, but he's got to get his orb anyway. Hitman got his orb. Coil Nova. Wand of the Wind should be used, and it is, but the statue going to be focused by the creeps now. Second charge of the wand probably going to have to be used, or the statue's dead. Nope, GG will be called. Hitman dominates yet another ESL Cup with a 3-0. A nice try to INSUP. And a nice run to Raven Draenor, of course. A special shout-out goes to Raven. Yeah, nice try to INSUP. He, to be honest with him, he played very well. But Hitman just is a destroyer. And he's metagaming now, as it seems. Going for the Blade Master and making it work. And yet another 3-0. GG's. Oh, let me adjust the score, actually. And then I'll say GG's. There we go. GG's.